I'm wondering about something right now. It has to do with the state of mind of most Americans in the United States. And I'm speaking about, um, yes, Americans who have been here for many generations, who are like the true Americans. And I'm talking about recent Americans who arrived here, like maybe uh, as immigrants or their children, and how they feel about the way that the world is going right now under Trump. And when I say the world, I could say the USA, but he's affecting the world. And people that have uh, a real clear view of what's happening, they can see that what's happening is not right, and they can explain it away in their moral views or their ethical views and how they feel about it. And people that are defending the actions of ICE, who, that has ICE and CBP that have murdered 2 U.S. citizens unjustly. I mean, through video you can see this. If you watch the video slowly and slow motion in every angle, if you have a moral compass, you know who was at fault. And if you know not just the video, but about protocol, the protocol the police officers and law enforcement are supposed to follow when they're dealing with people. And I'm not talking about just them, I'm talking about people that were shot at before but didn't get killed. And people online saying, if you FO, stay home, don't be out there exposing yourself. It's people that are telling you that either they have a cruelty level that they don't care if the person was right or wrong to protest, if they were killed unjustly. They just explain it away with just an acronym FAFO. What is the mentality of that? And also when you think about it also further in about how morally and ethically they are as human beings, that are willing to dismiss it. And that's where I'm going with this. These people online making those comments online about how they're deporting American citizens, children of parents who were here undocumented or illegal, or people that were here legally but they were under refugee status or asylum status or pending cases or even green card pending cases, and they deport them all, and they are deport, get them all out. And it makes you think about many of these people, especially the older ones. They remember the days when they had undocumented people in this country who they knew. And I remember this because growing up in the States, all the way back in Texas and or Kentucky or anywhere around, I remember that the back when they had, you would see undocumented people working, like they cutting grass or cleaning houses or working at restaurants as cooks or busboys, and you see all those people working in these jobs that were working class jobs. Many of these American people that I dealt with were they were okay by it. And yes, people can say, "Oh yeah, what about the criminal, violent, killer, rapists, drug dealers?" They already existed back then. Just like you have them in the American population. You have killers, you have rapists, you have drug dealers, you have scumbags, yes. But in the immigrant population, you had some which was even lesser compared by numbers. Way less, way less, way less, way less than the American population. And you can say, oh yeah, but they're American citizens. That's not even, that doesn't even fly. That's not even a valid point. And you know something that's kind of odd? I don't know, because many of you may be too young to remember. Remember there was a serial killer, a guy that rode on trains, and he killed several people. He was a Hispanic guy. And if you guys remember this, I mean, I'm only gonna guess those of you remember far enough in the 90s. This person was, I believe he was undocumented, and he killed a few people traveling in trains around the U.S. And people seem to forget about that one. It's similar to like a serial killer. Like if you talk about for Ted Bundy or the Boston Strangler and the Zodiac Killer who was supposedly never found. All these serial killers killing people in the U.S. There's this one immigrant that was something similar, which was shocking. And but back then it seemed like people didn't really say, "Oh, immigrants are bad. They're all evil. Let's get them all out," because of this one guy who was in the news. I mean, if you don't know about this, you can Google it. Just search it. And it makes me wonder how we have gone from people that were okay with undocumented immigrants living around the neighborhood, like cutting grass, and they usually would say, "Oh, maybe they're illegal here, but they're good people. They work hard. They're contributing. They're not hurting anyone. The only thing is they don't have papers, but they're good people. They're fine." And some of these people that were saying that back then, today, people that I know are acting like the total opposite. Deport them all. There's illegal aliens or criminals. They're causing a problem. They're hurting America. And I don't understand how that fits. It's like 10, no, not 10, this is like 15, 20, 25 years, 30 years ago. They were okay with it. Like, "Oh yeah, she cleans my house, or she babysits for my little girl, or he works at my shop as a mechanic part-time, and pay him cash." I mean, all these people that were decent working class people that came from foreign countries in Latin America, whatever. But back then it seemed to be it seemed like a non-issue. Yeah, there was the issue, of course. It was always there. Under Reagan, under Clinton, yes, it was there. But it was not so demonized like these people today that totally say, "They're deport them all, they're killing us, they're hurting us." Those same people I knew back then, friends, who back then they were like just wink, wink. Yeah, he's illegal, but he's a good person. Let him be. He's good in our community. The issue was people that were criminals. Then deport those or send them to prison. That's all. Just like it is with American people. It's not a line of border. It was good or bad people, period. And they were talking about, this is just paperwork. This is just a paper saying you can be here, you can be there. Yes, you got to follow the law, but that's not on the same level. When you say they're all criminals if they're here illegal, that is a total dishonest statement by most Trumpers and conservatives saying that. And they know it. They know the people that are here illegally just because of paperwork. That's not the same as saying if they deserve to get shot or thrown in detention centers where they're hurt and abused and sometimes killed or died because of negligence. "Oh, they shouldn't have been here." I mean, what mentality is that? I mean, that's against the Bible, against God, against any religious beliefs you may have about morality and goodness. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, it makes me think about this movie before I let you go. And if you haven't seen it, watch it. Born in East LA by Cheech Marin. Go watch the trailer and watch the movie. That used to be a comedy, and today it's turned into a horrible nightmare. All right. Hasta la vista, baby.